Well, if we haven't had a chance to meet yet, my name is Curtis. I'm the executive pastor here at Lakeview. I'm joined by Joe Manifo, who is our lead pastor. And if you've been tracking with us over the past month, you'd know all about our Advent giving projects. So this morning announcements are going to consist of some stories to tell you how your generosity is being put into action. And as well, we're going to give you a bit of an update as to where we stand heading into Christmas. So Joe, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the good stuff that's happening?
Right, so our local, global, and Lakeview projects, though they are separate, they're actually producing the same results, but in different situations. So we just want to give you two very quick stories to fill in some more gaps for you. So one of the organizations we're working with, Sons and Daughters, they've got a pilot project going called Sanctum House. And this is actually a home for moms who are battling addictions. They're trying to balance life and lone parenting. And again, this is a pilot project where this group was like, let's go in there and see how we can support these young women. And they're doing it in very practical ways, like number one, just being friends, which is actually a very big deal for those women because they're leaving a life of addiction and their only friends are in that world. So as they're trying to clean their lives up, they're also leaving those relationships. So as they leave those relationships, they actually have nobody. So we have women from our church who have befriended these women, people to go to talk to hang out with, to help them keep their lives balanced. Beyond that, this past fall, actually, we did a very practical thing for them where we built flower boxes and vegetable garden boxes so that in the spring, you guys remember spring, right? We're only 13 months away from that. The ladies will have a chance to sit out there and just enjoy the surroundings. Again, these are very small things. Flower boxes, friendship, but they have a huge impact. And your giving makes it possible. Let me tell you one other story here really quick. This is a Lakeview story. So I can't tell you how many funerals I've officiated over the last 6 or 7 years here. And usually we've got this policy in place that we've actually changed, where we don't charge for funerals. There are nominal fees like for tech support and for cleaning just to cover the bases, but nothing else. But sometimes I encounter families where even those very basic fees would be impossible to cover. So by your giving, I can't tell you how amazing it is where I've sat across kitchen tables or in the green room or over the phone saying, hey, guess what? Lakeview's going to cover everything for you. We know this is a stressful time. We know money is tight, so we've got you on this. And your giving makes that possible. I cannot tell you the relief that is on the face of these families because you enable that to happen. Small things, big impact. So Kurt, why don't you give us an update on how we're doing?
Yeah, so you may recall that all of our combined projects total towards a goal of $400,000. And so far we brought in 140,000, that's a hard number to say these big numbers, 140,706. We brought in that many dollars, which is great. And that means we still have 259,294 to go. And now you should know that we're about 35,000 ahead of where we've typically been at this time in previous years, so we're doing really well. And we know that a lot of people tend to give in leading up to Christmas Eve or at Christmas Eve. And so if you've yet to give and you would like to make a contribution, here are the ways you can do that. First off, you can just head to our website, lakeviewchurch.com. There's a give button on the top menu and follow the instructions and everything's taken care of for you. You can also text the number 84321 and just send in the amount you'd like to give, followed by the word Advent to direct it that way. As well, there's always give envelopes in the seat backs in front of you. You can fill those out and drop those in the give boxes by the exits, or visit the info desk out in the lobby where you can give by cash, check, credit, or debit, whatever you prefer.
So if you have yet to give, our encouragement to you this week would be this: to think about it and perhaps even have a conversation with your family about how your family is going to give. This is actually a conversation that my family has had in this last week. This is actually our day to give. And my kids both have part-time jobs for the first time in their lives, which means they're flush. They have tens of dollars in their bank accounts. And they're going to participate, and we're going to give as a family. So we encourage you to do the same. Have a conversation with your kids. Have a conversation with your family. If you've given so far, we say thank you. And if you haven't yet, this is your chance.